Hi everybody, and welcome to this video on cognitive theory of multimedia learning design principles. My name is Elizabeth Jones, and by the end of this video, you will be able to distinguish and apply design principles of CTML. I covered CTML in a prior video, but to refresh, CTML is based on the idea that there are two ways to learn, hearing and seeing. Moreno and Mayer state that CTML tells us that people can learn more when provided information in both words and pictures than in just words alone. They claim that both senses are needed to help data progress into our working memory. When we look at CTML, we have to consider the strains on a learner's mental reserves. What I mean by that is multimedia presentations can hinder the learning process if they're not properly organized or delivered. Mayer states there are evidence-based principles for the design of instructional videos, and as teachers or instructional designers, we have to consider these principles when developing our lessons. This video will briefly cover the principles of essential processing and extraneous processing. Let's start with essential processing. Essential processing looks at the complexity of the information presented. Simply put, it's something that's hard to understand. Essential processing needs to be managed so that if learners are introduced to difficult data, they will be able to understand it. When the main content of a lesson is too complicated for students to grasp, it's vital to control how it's delivered. Managing essential processing means utilizing techniques to help deliver information so students can absorb it. Mayer states this can be done by, number one, breaking information down into manageable parts. Number two, introducing key concepts or vocabulary up front so that you can minimize the cognitive load placed on the learner during the lesson. And three, providing information in videos via narration instead of text shown on the screen. Instructional designers should utilize these and similar techniques to help minimize the burden on learners' data processing. Extraneous processing is a little bit different. This principle looks at reducing information or graphics that don't enhance or add to the objective of a lesson. It's that extra stuff that's unnecessary and detracts from the message of the material. Mayer states that when pointless material is included in the curriculum, it causes learners to use up their cognitive capacity that leads to less ability to understand or absorb the needed material. Instructional designers must leave data and items out of their lessons that add unnecessary distractions. Mayer outlines some helpful techniques to do that, and they are, number one, avoid backgrounds with excessive color. Number two, point out significant material, either using arrows or circling it or something similar, so that learners don't miss it. Number three, do not add captions or repeat information on a slide that a narrator has already said. Four, place text that explains part of a graphic next to the parts in the illustration. And finally, number five, only narrate what is currently on the screen or slide. That concludes this video on the cognitive theory of multimedia learning design principles. To learn more about techniques to manage essential processing or reduce extraneous processing, please see the upcoming reference slide for the Mayer 2021 research paper, or search for Managing Essential Processing or Reducing Extraneous Processing. If you have any questions at all, you can contact me at jones.1553@wright.edu. Thank you for joining me. Take care.